Hi, good morning. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the Tuesday morning message for beautiful leaders. I'm Toby Tompkins. I'm the CEO of Safio Inc. Are you a leader who thinks of himself as a winning leader who loses, or a losing leader who wins? Think about that. Is it that you're a winning loser or a losing winner? Back in about 279 BCE, there was a king named King Pyrrhus, and he was great leader, wanted to conquer Sicily, and he was able to do that. And so he became the king of Epirus. But what he realized in that victory is that it was bittersweet, because he lost his over almost 800 elephants and soldiers and animals in that war. And the devastation was so vast and so deep and so significant that he kind of stopped at the end of his goal. And he said, yeah, I've won, but was it worth it? And, as I think about the story of this Pyrrhic victory of King Pyrrhus, I'm reminded of recently in the media, two very powerful, accomplished, wealthy, the two perhaps wealthiest men in the world, both CEOs that we both know and love, Jeff Bezos and now Bill Gates. And I think about, in their winning, is it possible, since they've announced the loss of their spouses of many, many years, that they can also experience, that anybody can experience at the height of our success, that sense of a greater loss? So in being a more beautiful leader, we have to be able to evaluate the polarity between winning and losing, right? The things that we do to win, but the sacrifices and sometimes even the suffering that we incur because of the win. And we have to ask ourselves at the core level, was it worth it? Was winning worth the fight? Was winning the war worth the battles you sustained? Is being right worth the trust that you lose in others? Is getting your way worth the loss of people who will follow you the next time you want to get your way? There's so many ways in which I see leaders caught in this winning, losing, losing, winning equation. And smart leaders, beautiful leaders, know sometimes that in losing the battle, they sometimes win the war. And that shows up in giving people what they need to come to their own learning, to come to their own realizations, to take up their own charge, rather than counting on you to do it for them, or you protecting them from perhaps even with the best of interest, the directions that they might otherwise want to move in. So think about the ways in which where you stand today in your life as a leader might feel a little Pyrrhic, might feel like you gave up too much just to get to the goal. And ask yourself, what can I do to turn this around now before it's too late? Okay? Being a leader is lonely enough. It's a chair that usually is designated for one person. But it doesn't mean that you have to sit there in that role alone. But if we give up the things that really matter to us the most, not as leaders, but as human beings, then was it worth it?